Good evening and thanks for tuning in to CTV News. I'm Karsen Buschjost.
And I'm Grace Reeder. On Tuesday, Daniel King was arrested in the CSU library after having reportedly brought a black toy gun that looks similar to a Glock. King has been charged with disorderly conduct for displaying a simulated weapon, which is a Class 2 misdemeanor under Colorado law. The school did not issue a safety alert to students because they believed there was no real threat to campus.
Drivers who are leaving the CSU campus from the southwest side will soon have an easier option to head south on Shields. CSU Facilities Management will begin construction on a one-way southbound road connecting Lake Street to Pitkin. The road will give drivers direct access to turn left onto Shields. Construction will be taking place in October and should be complete by the end of the month. The temporary road will be in place for 2 years before being replaced by a permanent road.
Fort Collins Police Services is hosting its annual Drug Take-Back event on Saturday, September 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event is an effort to safely and responsibly dispose of medications. They are taking unwanted, unused, and expired prescription and over-the-counter medications. You can drop off your medications in the north lot of the police department at 2221 South Timberline Road between Drake and Prospect. For a list of acceptable and non-acceptable items, visit fcgov.com/police.
Colorado State has increased in student population every year for the last decade, and this year the freshman class is the biggest in school history. More than 4,700 freshmen are on campus, an increase of 9% from last year. 20% of this year's freshmen, almost 1,000 students, are racially and ethnically diverse, an increase of 7%. The growing number of students can be attributed to the academic excellence of programs, a beautiful campus and city, and faculty and staff that's dedicated to student success. The Office of Admissions has made major changes to their operations after getting a new director, something that's attributed to much of the student population increase.
In the past, I think we had pooled students a little bit more in terms of not admitting as fast as possible. And I think we did that at a much better rate this year, and we're able to get students attracted to the institution because we were letting them know we wanted them.
CSU is home to many clubs and societies, some of which we have featured on CTV. One of those societies is the Swing Dance Society. This program has been growing and offers classes for free every Wednesday.
If you're in the plaza on Wednesday nights, you may have seen people dancing. That's none other than CSU's Swing Dancing Society.
Oh, well, I just love swing dancing. I used to swing dance down in Denver at the Mercury, so knowing that there was like a community here where I could still do that when I was here was just so exciting. So that's kind of like my safe haven away from everything.
This society is open to beginners, professionals, and everything in between.
Our numbers have actually skyrocketed over the past 2 years. We've always had a pretty good sized group of dedicated members, but now it just keeps growing and growing every year.
The Swing Dance Society has become incredibly popular on campus, and it offers free classes every Wednesday starting at 7:15, which will now be offered in the Cherokee Ballroom.
We have a free dance and a free lesson every single Wednesday that school is in session. And we will put on some big events every year. In the main ballroom, we bring in a band and professional teachers. If we have a big event like that, we'll charge, but you can expect no more than $5 for a big event like that.
The society is for anyone wanting to learn or practice swing dancing.
Well, our club, we don't require any partner, no previous experience necessary. You can come at any point in your life, and you can make the dance as hard as you want or as easy as you want. You could double time it if you really want to pick up the speed, or half time it if you want to relax and slow down.
Entertainment anchor Nicole Conklin and I tested swing dancing out to see if this really was a beginner's club. With CTV, I'm Grace Reeder.
The Swing Dance Society has been hosting their classes in the plaza. However, next weekend they'll be moving to the Cherokee Ballroom so that they can continue dancing throughout the winter.
Some may not notice the miniature forest located just east of the Warner College of Natural Resources, but you should really know about it. It's called the Sherwood Forest, and although it isn't filled with magic, it's quite an interesting place. Named after a forestry professor in 1949, it was first created as an arboretum for students to observe and take note of. Many of the trees are Colorado natives that include evergreens, blue spruce, and Douglas fir, but also include North American trees such as basswood and honey locust. The area carries a tragic past as well, where in 2009, 2 graduate students passed away after being struck by lightning while in the forest. Today, it only gains new trees that are in memoriam of fellow CSU contributors and students. The Sherwood Forest is one of the 70 things to do before you graduate.
Kind of intimate like primeval forest kind of a place because of the maturity of the trees, that it's in a depression, that it's surrounded by buildings on most of 3 sides, and that it's visible from the street.
Coming up after the break, the latest Fort Collins weather with Sierra Symes.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.